craft box that we've got. We've got all these lovely things in. We've chosen some of our more bold colours here, which is going to be lovely for a really cool summery make. We've also given you, these are amazing, these are the Opulent cardstock, and we've gone with the Ivory here, and this is my favourite of all of the Opulents here, because you know it's so versatile. You have some shiny surfaces, but you've also got some really lovely, delicate kind of ivory coloured surfaces that you can actually print on, and I'll show you that now because I've used them here. I've printed off all of our sentiments just to show you. I'm just going to be using one today, but these are our free printable sentiments that are on our website. So go to the website and have a look in the free archive, and you've got all these to download for free. So I'll be using one of these today. Let's get started then. So we've got the Floral Wreath die set here. I'm not going to be using it as a wreath today because I wanted to show you the versatility of it. We've got all these floral elements as well as the kind of circular wreath that they go on. But I'm just going to be taking parts of the wreath, and I'm going to be taking different petals from here and having a go at creating a nice bouquet that's on the front of the card. So I've taken, to start with, I've just cut this is the soft touch. So if you're looking for a guide on the opulence here, I've chosen this one here because it's got a matte surface. Oh, actually, do you know what? Tell a lie. This one is the brushed pearl there because I'm going to be gluing to this. But I've chosen the soft touch for the matte surface to print all of these sentiments on. So I've taken this, I've cut a rectangle here. I've done it using my craft knife. And some of you, hopefully you've got a craft knife at home. If not, you can draw a line with a ruler, you can cut with any pair of scissors, or you can use a paper trimmer or something like that. So hopefully you'll be able to do this at home. I've cut mine, I've written it down, so it's 11 by 6 centimetres, or if you're over in the US, it's 4.5 inches by 2.5 inches. So in centimetres, it's 11 by 6, and in inches, it's 4.5 by 2.5 there. And this is going to be my card base to stick down my bouquet there. And here's how I've created the bouquet. So I've pre-cut these flower elements here, and I'm just going to show you how to sort of layer some of them and maybe manipulate them just with your fingers. To create the bouquet, I've taken some of the Lush Leaves cardstock here. Again, it's a really bold green. We do have agave in there as well that I'm going to mix in with it just to create some different tones. And all I'm doing is I'm putting the ruler just off the edge of the page diagonally, and I'm using my craft knife to just slice these here, and then I'm going to do it the other way. I mean, again, you could do this with scissors, so it doesn't need to be done with a craft knife. This is just a way how I can create some extra kind of foliage in my bouquet there. Or do we have a cat that wants to jump up on the table? If we do, I need to stop closing that door, don't I? Okay, so I've just cut a few here. What you do, once you've cut them, you just squeeze them and they fold. So it doesn't need to be a really neat fold, you just kind of crinkling them up. Like so. So they're kind of folded along the base there, because it's going to looks a little bit more like long kind of grass there as well. So I'll show you again with this one. You can just, you get it and you pinch it. Doesn't matter which way it folds. Doesn't have to be perfect, but then you stop when you're getting towards the end there when it thins out, and that gives lovely kind of long grassy effect there. That'll be part of your bouquet. Then so I'll just do the rest here really quickly. I'm not going to be pressured about it because I have one of these pre-made. I just wanted to show you how I wrapped them up. But for this, you could just use glue or hot glue or something like that, because you're not actually going to see where you've tied them together. But just for the sake of it, to show you, if you wanted to have the part where all these are tied together exposed, what I've done is I've cut a really thin strip there of the agave cardstock, and I would just wrap it around kind of like twine, and then I would glue it at the back. And there you go, that's lovely. It's just a nice way of kind of creating a string effect. And that's what I've done here. So I have this, this element here, and I've cut it down using just a pair of scissors on the bottom so that it fits onto this rectangle of card here that I showed you earlier. And what I'm going to do, I've chosen today, just for the sake of this video, just because I know that it dries a bit quicker, to go with a hot glue gun. So either you can use any hot glue gun at home, or you can just use normal glue, but it just takes a tiny bit longer to dry. There we are. So now I'm going to show you how to layer up these flower elements. I'm going to use my tweezers now. All you do, if I can grab hold of them, you just put them on top and then angle and turn them around so that you can see all the petals beneath showing through the gaps in your petals there. And then I'm just going to put a tiny blob of glue and stick that down there. And then you can still angle it while the express glue is drying. And I'll do that again. Well, do you know what? I'm only going to show you with that one because the thing with these flowers that I love is that you can either choose to layer them up like this, or you can just have them, you know, a bit more kind of sparse, and they still look really lovely. So all I want to do now, on here, I'm going to just add a tiny blob of glue there, and I'm going to kind of splay these leaves like this. And I won't worry about the glue that you can see there because I will stick flowers over that. But you don't need to do them all. This is just making sure that they're spread out. Do you know what? I'll stick a flower straight over there. Go straight in with a flower. Okay, now I'm just going to bend these leaves upwards, add a tiny bit of dimension, especially when they're layered like this, because you get a bit of shadow between the front and the back layer, and that looks really nice. So for the rest of it, I'll use some express glue. And I'm just going to randomly stick them around here. So I've got a bit of a plan, you know, I don't want to stick too many on one side or too many big ones on one side. I want them to be evenly spread, just to make that composition really lovely. I'll stick another one here, and I'm going in between the big kind of stems, and I'm going over them as well. And again, all these colours that we've used, really nice and bold. One nice one right in the middle there. And I'm going to get some near the top as well. Okay. Bend them and stick them down. You can see they don't need to be stuck onto the stems every time, because it kind of just creates a nice effect anyway. I'm going to layer this little one here. Just layer that on top. And it comes with, as well, this set, it's really cool because it comes with about 3 or 4 different sizes of those middle circles for the flowers. So that's really cool because, you know, just that little kind of difference in size will kind of show difference in the petals, so it's not looking like they're all just reproduced. And this one here, and you know what, after that I'll be done. I will stick that one and go there. Okay, so there is my bouquet nearly done. And what I'm going to do now, I'll stick this down. So I've cut these. This is the Mango Tango, and it's going to kind of tie in the flower colours here. And I've cut it just so that it creates a thin border around my piece of the Soft Touch Ivory card. I'll stick that down onto there. Just position it and make sure that the board is even. There we are. Now, so the Soft Touch here, I've, as I said earlier, I've printed these sentiments on. If I had my Plus machine, I could just go straight through the machine with this A4 piece of paper, but I'm just using the Big Shot Fold Away today. I'm going to cut it down so I can get it through the machine. Now, another die set that comes with the craft box are the ovals here. And I love the ovals, especially for sentiments. I'm going to move that out of the way. I've gone with my Many Thanks sentiment here because this is one of my favourites, just because I like the kind of the difference between the capitals there and the nice kind of calligraphy writing where it says thanks. So I'm going to position this onto my Big Shot machine and just make sure that that's centered. Now I can come a little bit this way. Ooh. Hold that down. One turn through the machine. There we go. So the sentiment is the same colour as this card base, which just creates a bit of kind of tone on tone, which is lovely. So as I said before, this is going to hide this tie around here, but you can see even if I wanted to put the sentiment here or something, you know, coming behind it, that looks really lovely anyway. And all I've done there is just sliced it really thin and used it like string. So this is where my glue gun is going to come in handy. Again, I could just stick these with the express glue and hold it down, but as this is going to be bent over this, it's going to kind of create a bit of resistance. So the glue gun is just going to mean that I don't have to hold it down for too long, and you guys just have to watch me silently holding it down. So on each edge, and then position it so that you can see the bottom of the flower coming through, and I'll hold that down. There we are, and I can just let go of that now. Okay, so the card base, I've used the brushed pearl, and all I'm going to do, oh, actually I forgot to mention, so the same size as this Mango Tango rectangle here, I measured it and I cut some printed card the same. Now again, this is something that we're releasing alongside the craft box. These are the pattern papers that are, again, free to download on the website. So I've just cut that to go behind here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on here and I'm going to stick it down at an angle there, but I'm going to make sure that there's still, I don't know if you can see this, but there's still kind of an even border around it, because that's the same distance away from there, that's the same distance away from there as it is there and there. So I'm making sure that I've still got that kind of natural border created. So a bit of express glue, stick it down at an angle. There we are. And then this one is going to go straight there, so you can see that it's going to be just go straight on top. Now with this part, I'm just going to put glue right in the middle there, because I think that when the edges come up, it's going to create a bit of dimension, which we love. So that make sure that that goes right in the center, so you've still got that natural border. I'll push that down in the middle there. Just hold it for a sec. And there we go. So just using the things that come in this this craft box here, the Floral Wreath craft box, I've created this lovely card. And I don't know if you can see, it's a bit kind of fancy, because with the brushed pearl, if I tilt it in the sun, I'm not sure if you can see, I'm not sure what the quality of the video is like when it goes out on YouTube or Facebook, but it's got that kind of shiny texture to it. It's like brushed pearl. It lights up really lovely, so when the sun reflects on it, it's really lovely stuff. So there we are. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I really can't wait to see the stuff that you come up at home using our Floral Wreath craft box.